Cool. So you'll see that side right now. So that's me. All right. Let's go next. Cool. So first of all, download the handout from the question box. You've already done that, I'm sure, but just a reminder to anyone. And what we're going to cover today, step by step, is the inner workings of our business. You're going to hear it from a legitimate source, and how to use a video sales blueprint that has visitors clamoring to pay you over and over again. And we'll show you how we're using video sales blueprint to get results, strategies. We'll be going through that you can start using tonight for yourself as well. So a bit about me. I've been in this business now for about 7 years, and I have really enjoyed it. It's been a good ride. I've worked with probably many of the main marketers, from Ryan Dice to Mike Vilsame to some of the other bigger names as well. And I'm here today with Sam Robinson, who is a race car driver. Why don't you tell everyone a bit about yourself?
Yeah, hey guys. Yeah, Sam Robinson here. You've probably heard me a few bits and pieces along the way. Yeah, this is a photo of me and Eva way back when we were like 16, 17. Yeah, it's a surprise to see that come up. And yeah, I've been doing a lot of things. I've had a few business projects and things growing up. I've had a nutrition company, milk powder company, and things like that, and various bits and pieces have affected that for the worst financially. So yeah, the online marketing was a great way to build a business, and it's been really successful so far. So I can't wait to share that with you soon. I've also raced cars in the past, and still currently race cars. I started off at the bottom, and it's been small steps to get up to the top. So now I race a Ferrari back in New Zealand, which I go over and race later this year, and Porsches and things. So it's been a big lesson of small steps, but steady steps. And now here we are with online marketing, and I use a lot of the tools that I've learned through business experience and through learning off someone as successful as Sam Bakker, and apply them in my online marketing journey to turn it into success by small steps and always moving forward. So you'll hear more about that later on. But cool. Yeah, good to meet you all.
This is us in Thailand right now, so we're over here at the moment, and I'm looking to head off to Europe very soon. So here's what we're going to cover. We're going to find out why video has the potential to give you 5 or even 6 figures in launches this year, how you can use video sales blueprint excuse me, for a maximum success. It's a strategy both Sam and I have followed, and we're going to take you through how you can apply video sales blueprint and replicate along the way, replicate what we're doing. And we're going to go through some other tools that you can use alongside the graphics bundle to create your profitable business. Now, what we're not going to cover today is we're not going to cover what's in the next webinar, which is how Sam Robinson got started in online marketing. We're not going to go through any insider tips about what Sam Robinson learned working side by side with me. And we're not going to learn how to create your own products or any of that until tomorrow. So is it tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow.
Yeah, same time tomorrow.
Same time tomorrow, yeah. So hold out for that. We'll be covering more of this. This next webinar will be about product launches on this Monday. So there's the date right there. Tomorrow, I should say, tomorrow. Awesome. All right, so first question, you'll get an email from us about that anyway. First question, what is it that you want to achieve in business starting from today? This is going to be the concept of this webinar, so have a quick think about what it is that you would like to achieve from this this workshop series, and put it in the chat box once you've got that figured out. Cool. So post it in the chat box once you've figured that out, what it is that you want to do. And then the second question that I have for you is, what resources do you have and which are missing? What resources do you have and which are missing? Now, you'll see this inside of your handout, and the reason that I'm telling you this right now is that you'll be able to go through and have a look at that. Now, if you're missing any of these resources in the handout that we've given you, do make sure that you go ahead and get access to them. They're quite necessary to succeed in this business. This is what we use in our business. Now, I'll just cover a few of them. We use Optimized Press as our website builder. Now, you may have seen a new product that came out today called Lead Snaps. That's also a website builder. There are InstaBuilder. If you've got a website builder, then great. You need one. If you don't have one, then you need one. So do invest in a website builder if you don't already have one. You're going to need an email address. You're going to need a JVZoo affiliate account. You're going to need a Skype account, a Facebook account, and other social media accounts. And you'll also need products, either your own or there are others as well. You'll need an autoresponder, a PayPal account, any video equipment. And this is all in the handout, a reminder about that. Also, you need a video editing software. You can use VideoMotion Pro. That's a low-cost item if you've already got that. Or you can use Camtasia for recording your screen and actually producing training to sell online. There's also Audacity and also access to bonus products that you can give away as well. So which functions inside Video Sales Blueprint should you be using for your business? Well, number one, video scripts. You've got the video scripts that we gave you inside of Video Sales Blueprint. You've also got the graphics resources that are going to help you as well as you go through and start applying this in your business. Cool. All right, so everyone's clear on that. I'll just check if there's any questions. I think we're good so far. ScreenFlow is another one, Abby said. Yep, ScreenFlow is another good option for recording your screen, producing training videos. All right, so how have we made upwards of $1 million over the last year with compelling videos being our secret tool? I want to go through some information about this today to start off with because it's quite fitting because we're obviously talking about Video Sales Blueprint. Now, this is what it takes in order to produce those videos. So if you want to produce videos like Sam and I do, you'll want a green screen video, you'll want the ability to do screen share video, and a combination of the two as well. We basically use these two green screen and screen shares in the sales videos that we produce. The reason that we do that is that it's a good combination. It's a combination that works. And if you're thinking about, going professional, going pro, and you want to have the ability to produce professional videos like you see Todd Gross do and like you see us do, then we use a camera for the green screen, and you can just use a basic camera, or you can use, an advanced camera, like a Canon camera, or you can, just make do with a phone if you need to at the start. And also, if you want to be able to produce, demos of the software or demos of the training that you sell, you would have seen in the Video Sales Blueprint that we actually had a screen share software that we used to create the whole process. We actually did that whole sales video inside of Camtasia.
So so Sam was just talking about the equipment you need as well, and you'll find that in your training area in the Video Sales Blueprint. We put a few little links to some of the cameras and things like that. So I'll just quickly show you where that will be. So we're just going to jump into the Video Sales Blueprint training area.
Hi, it's Sam Robinson.
Oh, now video started playing. Okay, and if we work our way down to the training video, there it is. There we go. So under the unannounced resources, we have a bonus video where we walk you through our green screen home studio. This is a home studio which we have downstairs here where we are, and we had someone on the call this morning that had created their own home green screen studio for as little as $140 US. So it's not an expensive exercise. So and we've got all the links down underneath of some of the essentials you could do. It's not as expensive as you think to go pro, as we call it, and just make a big impact into the videos you make and put up online. So we've got little links to find a green screen on Amazon, box lights, microphone, the same microphone we're using now actually. We use little lapel mics to increase the audio quality. Some of these steps you might not have to go as far, and also video camera, just something as similar, as easy as a digital handy cam. And there are various guides and things online. I've seen them out there. You would have seen them too, Sam, where people create green screen video with nothing but a green screen, an iPhone, and a good video recording software. So it can be done just on your mobile phone if you needed to go that way. So so we'll jump on and we'll have a look. So let's have a look. So there we go, the green screen. It's yeah, just basically a green screen, I guess. Yeah, it's as little as $30. So they're quite easy to come across. We go down.
Hi, it's Sam Robinson here. Welcome to the training area.
Right. We've got the
Video popping up.
yeah, got the video popping up, the autoplay video. I'll just stop that. Cool. And we'll cruise on down and have a look at our home video. So we've got box lights as well. So the lighting makes a big difference, especially when you're working inside. Sam and I actually met a guy who does high quality productions and things in Hollywood yesterday, and the consistency with the lighting was a biggie. I mean, at this sort of level, it's nowhere near as near the level they need to do, but it's just so if you want to give the appearance on the green screen that you're outside, lighting makes a lot. So yeah, you can see a whole set of box lights here is $130. You might not even need to go as out in that. That's even more comprehensive than what we have. And also, yeah, you've got the microphone. This is the same type of microphone we're using right now for the webinar, which is the Blue Snowball. So yeah, it gives you a good quality of audio. And this is one of the key things we use, especially when we're doing the voiceover a slideshow as well. We always use the Blue Snowball. Very rarely we'll use the speaker in the laptop. But having said that, if cost is an issue, there's no problem with that. It's just a consistent audio quality we like to give out. So so this is exactly the model we use.
And we're using right now. Yeah.
Yeah, we're using right now on the audio. Lapel mics is another thing we use as well. This is just put it up on eBay into the whole system side of things. You can go as intense as you want. It depends how many people you're going to get involved in your videos. Usually we just use one on the person on the screen just to record the audio. So it just gives it another, again, it just ups the quality of the audio compared to just recording it with the camera equipment. And finally, we got a video camera. I just selected a handy cam here. It's the digital camcorder. They are, there's quite a lot of range, so you can sort of choose however in depth you want. We've started to invest quite a lot in camera equipment lately, but having said that, not too long ago, we weren't going as in depth as buying Canon cameras and things like that. And there are ways on the internet as to how to do green screen and things with something as simple as an iPhone. So there we have it.
Yeah, and that's true. And I think there's a few courses out there about using iPhones for videos as well that can work really well with Video Sales Blueprint. So if you have got one of those lying around, pull it out, start using it, because that also can help you to produce really cool looking videos that work really well. All right, so that's that. How do we use Video Sales Blueprint to maximize success? Cool. So first of all, if you want to be able to produce the most success over video, you need to know your market. Who are you promoting to? So put in the chat box right now who your market is. Who are you actually focused on when you go out there and start actually, selling? Who's your audience right now? Is it online marketers? Is it health, people that are interested in their health? Is it it could be an offline business. Where are you focused on right now? What kind of customers do you have that you're trying to focus on? Because you need to get into the mindset that they would have. What kind of person is this? What are they interested in? What is it that they like to do? And what is it that they really want and need? What's a big problem for them? And then address those concerns. That can work really well. You've probably seen in our videos, often we'll address the concern. We'll say, the reason that many marketers, online marketers don't succeed is because they don't have a good recording software. Or we'll say, the second best investment that I ever made was a video recording software. And, that grabs people's attention, and especially for our market, that really does get in touch with what they're looking at. Our market is mostly people that want to quit their jobs. They want something more out of life. Most people in our market, probably about 70% are actually male and about 30% are female in the online marketing audience, which Joyce is targeting. And also Many of them are looking to quit their jobs and retire, where there's actually a significant portion that want to retire. You need to know your market so you know how to position your offers, position your products to be attractive to that market, and also know your strengths. I mean, if you're not good on video, for example, then you can find many other different ways of actually communicating what you want to with video without actually having to be on a green screen yourself. One of the things you might see is there are a lot of international people from India, from different places that are in even the online marketing space. Many of them actually pay someone a small portion or a percentage of a launch or a product in order just to be the face of the product for them. And that enables them to basically use their marketing skill to write the sales copy for this person, and then harness another person's skills in order to show up their face as the front person for a video. So know your strengths, know what you're good at, and start doing that. Anything you would add to that?
Yeah, no, you've nailed it right there, Sam. In terms of knowing your market and knowing your strengths, it's just having a lot of knowledge. Knowledge is key. There's the saying you always hear: knowledge is power, and it's so true. You see a lot of products online, and it's not as convincing to you to buy, because it's quite obvious that the person who is marketing it doesn't really know what it does, where it sits in the market against everything else, because you got to realize there's a lot of competition out there. So you got to know your strengths, know your product, know your market, so you can really play on that, give it a real point of difference, and increase sales, increase your income.
Definitely. And you also need to know your equipment. It was why it came apparent to both of us yesterday talking to this director that basically we didn't quite know our equipment. We were still making it work, but we could know our equipment a lot better. So definitely know your equipment, know what it's capable of. The two most important things are sound, and that you're, people can actually see you, that you're not in a dark room. So that's probably what I'd say. And also learn how to use things like Video Motion Pro and softwares like that. Get used to it, and that'll really help you as you move forward in your marketing. All right, cool. So what we want to cover now is what we will do usually when we're actually testing out an offer. And this is the first step when you're actually starting out. And again, this comes back to having a site builder. You need to be looking to generate leads, because the more leads that you generate, the more sales you're going to make. And the best way to generate leads and more sales is through a landing page. You've probably seen many of these all around the web. They are used on CPA offers, they're used on marketing offers, they're used on offers from Facebook. You'll see a landing page, and then people have the opportunity to register on that landing page. Then they get added as a lead for you. Now, I know that many of you will actually have your own landing pages. I know this because I get sent landing pages on a regular basis to check out and have a look at. So if you are doing this, these are the main points that really stick out. You need to communicate your message well. Now, this landing page, it hasn't done it that great, but still it will work. Many of these landing pages, they will convert very well, even though they look kind of ugly. So first of all, get your point across. The best way to do that is through bullet points. Make sure that you have a form. Now, what we'll usually do in the internet marketing space, because we know our audience, is we'll just have a name and an email request. We'll only ever request name and email. Have some simple benefits and some earning disclaimers, as well as some trust points, because that can really increase the amount of trust you have on your website. Anything to add, Sam?
Yeah, well, as you said, it's got to get the point across really quickly and capture your audience and engage them quite quickly as well. And I find a lot of the time with a landing page, less turns out to be more. I'm sure you'd agree. Like you end up with if you overcomplicate things, people can get lost in what you're trying to get across. So again, like as Sam mentioned, we know a lot of our audience when we do a landing page. So we do just have a simple name and email box and bullet points straight into the bullet points. You don't need to read an eight-page story to convince yourself to opt in and gain a lead. There's much easier ways to do it. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to show you a landing page as well, just to give you a bit of an idea. I mean, that example there, there's just a glimpse, so we'll get practical with it and show you exactly a good one. So we're just going to bring that up here. But as we mentioned, that with this business, with making marketing, capturing your market, you're going to need leads. You're going to need to engage those leads quickly, easily, and effectively to be able to convert them into sales. So we're going to just jump onto a landing page. So here we go. Here we go. Cool. So would you like to walk us through this one, Sam?
Yeah, sure. So this is one of my more favorite landing pages, and I like this one because it's a bit different. But what it does is it really communicates the right message to this audience. This is Time Doctor. It was started by a friend of mine who I used to do quite a bit of work with, and he decided that he wanted to manage outsources better. So he created a software for doing that called Time Doctor. This is his landing page, and what he does is he says, answer 3 questions to see if Time Doctor is right for you. Do you manage other people? Yes. Do you think other people could be more productive? Yes. Would you like to try Time Doctor? Yes, I probably would. Then what it does is it gives you the ability to go ahead and start a trial of Time Doctor. And you can see that it's not asking for a credit card. It's saying no credit card required. Invite my team. You can invite people, or you can actually test it yourself. Click continue, and then you're able to enter in your name, your email, and a password. And guess what's happened? Through this process, this landing page process, Time Doctor has generated a lead. Now, this is a more complex example. Let me show you a more basic example in a similar niche. And you'll see landing pages all over Facebook, and that's also a great way to actually see what people are doing, what's working for them. If they're advertising on Facebook consistently, it probably means they've got a really good landing page that's working really well for them. So this is projectmanager.com. This is not the right place.
Oh, it was project,
yeah.
Yeah, and you would have noticed with that Time Doctor page as well, it goes on, as you were saying, know your market, know your product. It started to pose questions to us, or try to solve our problems just through the questionnaire. So again, that's just, you can see that's what we were just talking about in action.
Cool. So this is another example of a different style of landing page, and this is what most larger companies would actually be using. And this, it shows right here, it has basically all the information that someone would need if they were coming to a project management page. It's projectmanager.com, the best ways to manage your projects. Trusted by teams, 100 countries, and it has a number of trust points here as well, including some of its clients it's been used by. This is another example of a more advanced landing page that you might see in a website. Now, there's one that I just thought of that I really want to show you, and I need to figure out what the name of it is again, because it's one of the best landing pages that I've probably ever seen. It's called I think it's called Email or Affiliate Bully. I'll just check. And I'll just make sure this is the right place. Now, I have a feeling this is it here, and I need to show you this because it is really quite a good page. All right, let's see this. Cool, so here it is here. And I actually bought this product when I was getting started in offline or online marketing. So if we go down here, it's changed a little bit since the last time I saw it, but this is the landing page which actually takes people through a story. And you don't have to just stick to the standard email marketing, email name. You can actually take people on a bit of a story like this. This is kind of like a book turning pages.
And even though before I just mentioned, simple is better, in this way, it's not 8 pages of just mindless product. It's creating more of a practical and emotional attachment to the product through reading the story. It's engaging. You can just follow it through. So
I actually want to post this in here for everyone as well, because I think that when you see this, I'm just going to put it in chat if it hasn't already been put in chat. I'll just put that in there. This is when you get time, actually read through all of this, because this is a good example of someone that knows their market, knows what they're talking about, knows what they're trying to communicate, and you'll be able to pick up some really good hints through just reading this. If you're interested in online marketing or any of that, basically. So, and I highly recommend this course. Actually, it actually got me into email marketing. It was a really good email marketing course, it taught me much of the stuff that I know and use in my emails today. So I do recommend that you do get access to this, just because I know that I went through it and it was really good for me. All right, now let's go into PowerPoint, back to PowerPoint. Cool. Now, just in case in case you haven't already gone through Video Sales Blueprint, we're going to give you a quick walkthrough and show you some of the parts that should be emphasized. Then after that, we're going to go through more information about JVZoo and how to start making money with that. So we'll take you in there right now.
Cool. So let's have a quick walkthrough of the training and the resources involved that you got with Video Sales Blueprint. So I'm going to quickly bring up the training page again. Okay, we're going to go to the top. So once you've landed onto the training page, once you've got logged in, you will land here on the training page for Video Sales Blueprint. You get on down, and the first item is the blueprint itself. This is your complete guide how to make incredibly effective videos to boost your business online. So I'm sure a lot of you have had a look through this already. If you haven't, it's the perfect starting point to give you a good idea of the whole picture when it comes to using video to your advantage. So that is what this whole system was basically built around, is being able to come in as a complete newbie, essentially, and start making effective sales videos. We've got video scripts as well. We were talking about knowing your product, knowing your market, and everything like that, and to be able to make effective videos, combining that knowledge with an effective sales script will work wonders. It's all well and good having pretty pictures on the screen, but you've got to know what you're speaking about, and that will draw your customers in and drive you sales. And we've done some training videos because, as you've been able to tell by now, it's all well and good setting up a green screen there and everything, but there is a bit of post-production work you do have to do to put your video together. What we've done is we've put together a whole bunch of training videos, starting right from the starting point, walk you through creating a product and what's involved in building a sales page to get it ready. So this is the starting point, planning your video. We've learned a lot about planning videos and learning our equipment as well, as we mentioned. So it talks about that, because that side of things, the planning is quite critical as well. You can spend a lot of time doing things that aren't very effective with video. So we found when we plan out what we're going to do, structure it, it's easier to go film, nut it all out, be in the zone, and create some awesome looking videos. Creating your video script, as you saw, you got the templates up above as well. So again, this is all part of the planning and getting it all ready. So there's a bit of work involved before you start the video, but again, this is going to walk you through it and make the task a whole lot easier. And then recording with a green screen. I've mentioned this before, how it is can be quite daunting, quite scary. There's nothing to be scared of at all. I remember my first green screen experience. I was felt really in the deep end. And now, I guess, if Sam told me to go downstairs, record a green screen video, I could do it at the drop of a hat. So it's not so difficult. So this will show you it exactly. And you saw before when we were just running through some of the equipment you need. It's not as expensive as you thought. As we had the guy on the webinar this morning who had set up his green screen studio for $140, which I found very impressive.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
So
yeah, I guess you just need a green sheet, really. You can just have a green sheet attached to the wall.
Green sheet, bit of lights, then you're away from there, and a good editing software. So now we're getting into the post-production part of the training videos, adding a background video to your green screen, so you can be standing in front of like a nice setting without having to go outside and venture off or drive 400 miles to go find a nice hillside or something, wherever you want to be. So we're going to show you how to add video into your green screen. We're going to show you how to add images into the back of your videos as well, in case you just want to be in front of it could be like a cartoon background setting. It could be anything. It could be the logo of your company, or for a client or something, as you pitch them with interesting things. So we're going to show you how to do that too, and adding cartoons to just add a little bit more character, another dimension into your videos, maybe to help get a message across. And also it will show you how to put in sales icons and things like that as well to help you get your message across. And then another one that it's going away from being on camera. This is almost like your entry level into video too. Sometimes if you are a bit afraid of being in front of the camera, we show you how to record audio with PowerPoint slides. That's how I started out. I didn't have a camera and all the gear to get in front, so I did a few PowerPoint slides with had a photo of me on it, but I'd run through the product on it and just voice over it. It's a nice way to do it. We still use it today. We do the green screen, but yeah, you would have seen a few bits and pieces even in the sales video for Video Sales Blueprint. I believe we used the PowerPoint slides.
We did, yeah. I mean, usually the process is that we actually get the slides done for the entire script. We record the screen as we're actually walking through the different slides, and then we actually add content and add effects over top of those slides and delete them from underneath. So you'll have a mixture of some slides in parts where we don't need any moving objects or anything like that, or any any images, and then you'll have the other part, which is images and videos to accompany the slides, and it seems to work really well as a good combination.
Yeah, so there you have it. So it is a good way to get started as well, and it's effective. And another one we do is a software demonstration. I actually recorded one of these today for something we've got coming out, and it is simply recording your screen. It's running through a product, talking through a product while you're showing people how it works, and it's worked for me. We had a guy recently bring out a product, and he wanted us to promote it, and the way he sold it to me was essentially having a really quick and easy software demonstration. I mean, you could get access, log in, figure it out for yourself over the space of 30 minutes, an hour, however long, depending how complex the software is. Or if you can see it all in a 2-minute video, how quick it is to get in and do it, it makes it so much easier. So adding a software demonstration is another key tool, especially for those of you out there who are getting involved in online marketing. I know there's some of you in this webinar right now because we've seen it in the chat box. This is going to be another cool tool to help sell, help get people on board, and help them to help increase your promotion basically. And then uploading your video, which is quite straightforward. So all of these training videos were created in Camtasia. We use Camtasia because it seems to be the most popular. I know a lot of you guys have a whole bunch of video editors. We've seen people put in the chat box a few of the other ones out there. We showed Camtasia on a Mac because the essential skills translate over into the other video editors, whether it's Video Motion Pro. I found Video Motion Pro extremely easy to pick up and use after using Camtasia, and also many of the others. It's a similar process to producing videos. So, and also, as I mentioned, I did record this on a Mac, just personal preference. It's what I've owned for the last few years. So we pulled out one of the PCs we have here as well to just show you some of the differences. It's not too much difference, so this should give you an idea. As mentioned, just like when you're using different softwares, it's a very similar process, pretty much exactly the same. It's just a few of the buttons are in different places and how they go about it. So that's a lot of the training component of Video Sales Blueprint. We've got a few extra resources, a bit of a candid interview of me and Sam just talking about life and what we get up to. The walkthrough of our green screen home studio, we sort of touched on this before, more of the equipment you need. And we've thrown in a few guides and books about how we got to where we are today. And this one here I'll be going over a bit more in depth tomorrow. And then so that's all the training side. Now we jump into the resources side. Okay, this is going to be this. We've had a lot of fantastic feedback about the resources because I don't know of any training system like this that has come out where it's combined giving you an idea of what to do and walking you through the process, and then giving you a lot of the tools you need to do it. So we've got, we talked about the green screen videos. We've got high quality generic background images, so you can put yourself in various settings or use them. Those of you who are on the webinar who actually they may do a bit of graphic design and things like that as well, these would be ideal for producing print images or static images for web applications. Again, because with Video Sales Blueprint, a lot of you people are going to be creating sales videos. Sales videos are usually orientated around making money, around a business theme or a success theme. So we added business backgrounds. There's a lot of business theme stuff in here as well, because this it's a bit of a niche that is hard to find free content for. We spent a lot of time, money, and effort with a developer to put together very specific, engaging, cool business backgrounds that can be used in a variety of situations. So we've got the business backgrounds. We've got generic people and nature images. Again, like you've got people on a beach. You could use this as part of a sales promo. Do you wish you lived this lifestyle every day? Anything, there's plenty of content in there for you to create high quality videos. And next up, we've got high quality business people images. Again, as mentioned before, we have a strong business theme, I guess, in the assets involved with Video Sales Blueprint, because you're going to be selling. A lot of what you're going to be selling is business money making orientated. So there's a lot of people images in there to help communicate your message and give a good vibe. So we've had our design team put these together and lay them out in a way that they will be effective in multiple uses. In videos, you can easily put things over the top. You can put text over the top. You can put sales graphics over the top. You can use them in the background. You can use them in presentations. So there's so much depth with these. Use your imagination. And you'll be able to create anything. And we have the individual cartoons and business people. It just adds another dimension, having a bit of character in there, and the sales icons too. So that will help you, get messages across during your videos. You'd see in one of the training videos we dropped a sale icon in over the green screen background. So combine that with what you're trying to do will help capture in your audience and help them create a call to action, basically, to take action. And then we have the high quality video backgrounds. So these are mixed settings. We've got ones that you can stand in front of, like the park and the garden path settings. So these will be ideal for green screen. But then what we also did is we have ones like these lilies and the pavilion and the ducks and water and things, water rippling, because these could be used in a lot of videos where you're just putting text over the top. You see those videos all the time on your Facebook news feed, social media, all over the web, where people are creating viral videos with inspirational text over the top. So we've got all the assets there to create those, and green screen videos as well. So there's tons to choose from. There's well over 60 there. So I'm sure there's a setting for every occasion. And then you've got the sales graphics again, along with the cartoon images. You can put them in, get your message across. And the high quality audio productions, these are still coming soon. We had these made for Video Sales Blueprint, and unfortunately there was a bit of a hold up, but music over the top of the video makes a huge effect. We used it in our sales video even. Which you would have seen with Video Sales Blueprint. So adding in high quality audio will be something that you'll be able to do soon once we've got those up. Just waiting on the finishing touches there. And then we've got the 180 cartoons on transparent backgrounds. We've put a selection of 3 over a background so you can see what they like. You don't have the white box around the outside, so you'll be able to add them into your videos. So there we have it. That's quite a comprehensive rundown of all the resources, just for you who may not have seen it all yet, or had a good look around in the resources area, and it gives you a really good idea of the depth you have to be able to create effective sales videos, and all the resources you have got with Video Sales Blueprint. So we're going to quickly jump back over to the slides.
Cool. So if you just want to enlarge that, what I'll do is I'm just going to go onto my computer and show you some of the tools in action that we use on here, and show you some of the campaigns that we've run recently, how it looks like, and that will hopefully give you a bit of a better understanding about what we actually do here. So I'm just going to transfer the screen over to my computer, and I'll show you this over here, because I've got a couple of bits and pieces on right now. All right, now I'm just going to go into here. I'll just grab the screen, and I believe this is me here, or it's not. We'll just see. Guessing it is. hoping it is. No, that may not be. There's we've got three accounts open at the moment on the same account, so we're just trying to figure out who's who. So we'll just do this quickly.
So Sam's actually going to show you on his computer here as well. We're running the slides and some of the demo on my computer, so we just got to switch over, and he's going to show you some cool some of the tools and things that we use to basically you can use with your graphics bundle to create cool videos and resources. So we up and running there, Sam, are we?
Yep. So you can see here, this is Camtasia that I have open. Now I use Camtasia for my recordings. What you can see here is you can see that we did doing a promotion today for lead snaps. Basically what I did is I've got my intro. I did an intro, and I did this intro afterwards. So I actually cut this intro out. Now I just did a simple screen recording. So I basically went up here, up to here. I said start recording, and I was able to record the screen. This is a very basic video. It goes through what the software does. I'm just basically showing throughout this video what the software actually does. It's kind of like what I'd do in a sales video. And the reason that I did this is the guy that was selling the product, the sales video wasn't that good. It wasn't as good as it could be, I felt. So I thought that, I have a relationship with my subscribers. It would be a good idea in order to do a quick rundown and run through of this. And that's how we created this video. Usually when we'd get some sort of a camera footage or an image, we would actually load up what's called a video file, and would actually add that as an intro. So let me just show you that now.
Cool. So Sam's just grabbing a video file right direct from our camera, actually. So just inserting that, and we're going to show you right here live how we go about doing that. So we just grabbed the SD card. We've been playing around with the camera the last few days, so there might be a bit of random footage on there. We've got a whole bunch of new toys that we've got to help us record. So we've been out and about here in Thailand on our scooter, filming cars and dogs and all sorts, going through the streets. So we've got it. We're just pulling it up now.
So now we did some filming last night, didn't we? Was it last night that we did the filming? It was. It was this one right here, I think. We did a video footage. That was you at the thing. I was testing out the camera at the restaurant.
This is me at dinner.
We'll run with that.
I'm not sure whether it's going to sell.
That'll be all right. We'll do that.
Yeah.
So let's just say that was our intro video. What we usually do is we just grab it. We basically go ahead. We'll drag the image audios across, give it room, and a personal video always works best at the top. So in this case, because it's just Sam at dinner, I don't think you even knew you were being filmed, a short video when I was meaning to photograph you. We've put this here, and we're going to put this across. Now, what I'd do is I'd drag this across, and I'd put this right here. Now, let's just say, for example, Sam's just going through the motions, just talking. What I'd do is I'd actually mute this out, and I'll just show you this right now. Go screen, we'll go mute, mute, not the whole thing, unmute. We'll just go back to 70, 100 on that. I'd actually select this audio file, I'd mute it, and then we'd have like a voiceover like we did with Video Sales Blueprint, for example, where we actually voice over and we go through Video Sales Blueprint through that example. So that's just one potential example and one way that we could possibly demonstrate that. All right, let's delete that because this is an audio file, a video file we're using, and we won't be using that in future. All right, cool. So let's just find one that we possibly would be using. That would be an active one. Here's one of me. All right, this is one we should have taken before. So this is one that we did for a video inviting people to promote a particular product. So we'll just go across. We'll drag this across and drag this across as well. And we'll just put this as our first audio file. And this is what I do pretty much on a daily basis. Sam and I do this on a daily basis, just mixing up audio files, dragging stuff across, repositioning it as it needs to be repositioned. And in this video, it's simply just, it's me, I've got a camera out. We're just in the house and doing a quick intro video talking about what people can expect from an upcoming promotion. And then we could lead into a sales presentation. So that's basically how that whole process works. Then after that, once we've done it, really basic video, we'll just click share export, and we'll be able to export that then from there and be able to convert this into a sales presentation.
Yeah, so there we have it. I could imagine a lot of you might be having a look at seeing that and thinking, oh, this is a bit much right now. Have a look at your training video, guys. We really break it down, simply show you how to drag and drop and everything. You've got to bear in mind we've been doing this for a little while, so maybe during the demo there we just jump through, but I'm sure you'll be masters in no time. 6 months ago, I wouldn't even gone near any of this editing software, if I'm honest. Didn't know where to start. So it is quite easy. So as you've just seen right there, you've seen the live demonstration of what we do on a daily basis, editing videos to make them effective. You would have seen Sam mention as well. We put the human element in at the start to engage with the people, and people build trust because they see your face. They know it's a real person promoting this.
Awesome. And this is Audacity that's now on my screen. This kind of works together with Camtasia. How it works is basically this is the audio that's recorded into Audacity, and Audacity is a free software you can just download. Now, what I'd probably say is, do we have a link to Audacity in the members area, or could we possibly... I think we'll be able to send you out a link to this, or if you search Audacity in Google, you can download this for Mac or PC for free. This is an audio file that I have that's already loaded. If we were to play this, for example... That's not how it should be playing. It's because we've got two computers running at once. That's why it's showing that up. No problem. I'm not. Let's try that again. Maybe it'll work.
How far away is this?
Okay. But how we record is we'd usually just use our computer. We would select what output we want. We would then click the record button, and then we'd be able to record. Now, I don't have a sound device plugged into the computer right now, so it won't actually record. But usually what I do is I just have, I'll select system audio, I'll click record, and then it'll record as I'm speaking. And as you can see here, I'm creating a recording. I can use this as a voiceover, and I can add this into my presentations. Now, one of the things that you always want to watch when you're actually doing this is you want to make sure that you prepare your video in advance. Have a good idea about what it is that you want added in there, what message you want to send, and then start your video. Don't just do it right away. Actually plan out and think about what it is that you want to present. Then use that and do it in the right type of way, and that'll work really well. All right, now I'll just go over to.
Can everyone hear me, by the way? Everyone can hear me? Just put a yes in the box. I'll just go over to the next, which is create your own video backgrounds. How would we go about creating our own video backgrounds? What we would do is we would use a camera to actually create that video background. We actually travel around Thailand, we travel around many different places with a tripod, and we create our own video backgrounds. So the video backgrounds that you got, we actually created ourselves through a camera. So plug this here. My audio's dropped off a bit because I'm using my computer now to do the presentation. So we're just going to plug the blue snowball in. Everyone should be hearing me a lot better in just a moment.
All right, now you should be able to hear me a lot better. Cool, so we use a tripod, we put a camera to it, attach a camera to it, you can use a video camera. We actually use, and I'll probably show you it. We would use a camera like this. I'll do it on the screen, that's okay. We use a camera like this.
I'll just show you this on my computer screen right now. This is the type of camera we use, but there are alternative options. You'll be able to see that now. It's dark here. If we had a light, you'll be able to see it. But it's a Canon camera, basically. It's just one of those normal ones you see a lot of tourists sort of using. We use this, and that's a good shot of it, to record much of our different videos and so on as we go around and travel. But you can actually use another style of camera, which we have, which is a video camera, like a handy cam. We've actually got one of those which we used to use for it. Or you can use a small camera, like we've got one that's a Sony camera. It's a lot smaller camera, more I guess general use. It has a lot of features that you can use with it, and it's a bit cheaper as well, which is also a good option to do a lot of these videos and a lot of these backgrounds as well. Awesome. All right. So now we've covered that. The best way to grab attention is by sharing a story. Now you would have seen, and I actually don't have it on this computer, but I created a timeline when we did Video Sales Blueprint. We actually created like a story, which we did, and you would have seen this if you actually went ahead and you had a look at Video Sales Blueprint. And I'll just go to that sales page right now. Video Sales Blueprint. I'll just bring this up so I can show you. All right. So you'll see this video here. We actually had Todd starting off. I'm just going to go to YouTube so we can see it and fast forward a bit. We had Todd starting off the video, mainly because Todd's well known. He's a weatherman. Everyone likes him. And he's a good person to have on the front of your video. Then we actually told a bit of a story. Now, Sam, would you like to tell us a bit about what this was?
So we had Todd to introduce us, introduce the product. A lot of people can relate to what he does. He makes the most of this. So this was introducing me effectively into the process as one of the creators of the software. So it's showing me walking into my house where all the magic happens, so to speak. And it was me remembering back into when video first started to engage me. We were talking about Coney 2012. A lot of people I know got sucked in with that, including us. We had the pack turn up to our house. We pulled out our wallet, we bought it. If Coney 2012 was a web page without a video, I don't think I would have got that far. So it's creating a story. I'm sure every one of you would have been able to connect with that and realize, just what the power of video was. It was practically showing you, showing me as a person as well, to show that I'm a real person, and then we started going through the process of recovering off some of the issues we've had to create videos in the past. We've spent, you would have spent thousands, I've spent thousands on assets and things that you need to create unique video. This is us, and then showing you, walking through us working on the product, your creation. I'm using Video Motion Pro, playing with some of the backgrounds there, and it's just really turning the Video Sales Blueprint into a live visual story that you can relate to and you want to get in on it. Again, with this video, we're doing the screen share thing.
And it's just a really quick screen share. We just recorded the screen. This video was made as we do. It was actually fully made through Camtasia, this video. We didn't use anything else. We recorded the screen, we showed screenshots, we were able to demonstrate the product really well, and as Sam was saying, it told a story. We used a camera to tell a story of this happening. As you can see, the dog actually jumping into our shot. In these videos, things don't always go to plan, but it actually came across really well, and I'm sure when you saw it on the video itself, it probably had some sort of impact.
Yeah, exactly that. And again, there's shots there of us carrying out real life scenarios. You can relate to that. It's not perfect. You saw the dog walk. The camera may not be steady, and it's almost like these little imperfections make the product more human. You can relate to it, and then right here in the product, we're going through in more of the detail. We've captured people in. People are still watching at this point. We're going through more detail what some of the product is.
And then we wanted to really get into a demo of the product. You should do this on any products you're selling online, even in fitness products. It helps to be able to demonstrate or show something physical in some sort of way. And that's why we did actually load up the product, showed exactly what was inside it. We downloaded the files ourselves to show what was inside it, showed examples of Sam in front of a green screen, what it looked like then after, when we put a background on it, showed off the images. We were quite proud of the product itself. yourself, and we didn't want to hide it. So we made sure that we were able to demonstrate the merits of the product and the different features that it had. And I think the more that you do this, the more you're able to demonstrate everything that's inside your product or your training course or whatever it is you're selling. It really does help to allow the potential buyer, the visitor, to have all the questions answered in their mind, so they're ready just simply to buy.
And it's quick and easy as well, as I mentioned before, with the demonstrating the software. It got me the other day again, and here it is here. You're able to quickly go through and see what is in the video sales blueprint. We showed a selection because going through 400 photos here and there is going to take a long time, but it's enough to give you a good idea what it's like in the space of minutes.
Yeah, definitely. And then we just went from there to the slides, black and white slides. These were created in PowerPoint and recorded through Camtasia. And we usually walk through at the end with text. It seems to be quite a good way of communicating a message, just through black on white, black text on a white background. Then we were able to move through from there and demonstrate everything that we wanted to through that sales video. Then we just simply called people to act. When you're on the when you're doing a sales video, there needs to be a call to action. It's one of the most important things that often people forget. The video just ends, there's no call to action, then there's nothing that, there's no, it just happened. Right? Yeah. There's no, what do I do now?
Yeah, well, I can imagine with the coding video, it showed you the sad story and it just finished.
Everyone's
you move on with your life, you'd be on, but instead it's how can you make an impact? How can you help the situation? It leads you in to buy. And that's something as well. You see a lot of videos out there, and they great story, great everything, and you left at the end. What next?
What next? Yeah, and that is a good point, and it does help to be able to guide and lead people to the outcome that you want to produce, and a call to action will help do that. All right, let's load up the screen. Again, back to our slides. Okay, so what to do now? What do you do now? Well, the first step is create a product ad or find an offer to promote. Does everyone know what they want to do to make money online here? Put a 1 in the box if you know what you're doing. Put a 2 in the box if you're still confused. Cool. So if you don't yet know what product you want to promote online, you don't want to sell, one of the easiest ways of actually starting out is by developing some sort of skill. Going to a place like Udemy, it's udemy.com, and actually having a look at what people are selling on there and actually looking to develop a skill yourself. It's one of the best ways you can sort of, learn a skill that people would find valuable. That's what I would recommend. It's great to buy products, it's great to learn online about traffic and all of that, but if you really want to make the most money, the best way to do that in the shortest amount of time is actually developing a skill. We'll cover more on this tomorrow, but you want to be able to develop a skill. So you go to Udemy, even if it's design, if it's video, if it's, even if it's like Adobe After Effects, something like that, that will be a skill that you can develop that people will find useful. Anything to add?
No, you've mentioned it right there, Sam, is just finding something that is useful. There's many ways to find things that you will find useful. For me, we're going to cover it tomorrow in the webinar. You'll see how I went about creating my first product. That's just, and even this product, the way it was created, is just share through a passion to be able to help people starting out, having been there. So find a something you would like to create, and something that you believe in as well helps a lot too. So
definitely. All right. Next, spend time on your sales page. This one can't be emphasized enough. First of all, create a product. You need to spend the most time on that. Make sure it's a quality product you can be proud of. Don't go over the top. Don't get to the stage where it has to be absolutely perfect before you go and launch it. It can be good. It needs to be useful, but don't spend the next year creating a product. Spend a month max creating a product. Then after that, spend and invest your time into creating a sales page. We'll go into more of that later tomorrow, but you want to be able to create a sales page that's going to be able to convert, because the sales page is what's going to sell the offer, what's going to make you money, and what's going to differentiate you from other offers in the marketplace. We usually would spend, when we were starting out, at least a week to 2 weeks on the sales page. Nowadays it's a day or two, but it used to be about 2 weeks when we were starting out to get it right. And that's the best thing you can do. Develop that skill, get better at writing sales copy, get better at encouraging people to sell. You'll always have an opportunity to make money.
And you get a lot quicker at doing it as well. The more skills you build up. Obviously, when you start out, you mentioned, Sam, you spend a couple of weeks, days on end, writing sales pages, and I've done it too with our first product. We'll touch on it again tomorrow. The sales page went through generations of how it developed as we added things, took things away, and things like that. So at the end of the day, after the video, what's doing the selling is the sales page. You've captured them in your video. You'll find a lot of people read your sales page while watching the video. They just listen to the audio. So the sales page is your shop window, so to speak.
Definitely. All right. Now, number 3 is make your video. Decide what kind of sales video you want. We both highly recommend you do use a video when you're selling a product or some sort of service online. Video is powerful. You've got access to Video Sales Blueprint for a reason. So make sure that you use the skills you're developing to actually create a video. In this case, this is a green screen video. You don't need to start off with that. I didn't do my first green screen video for about 4 or 5 years online. I did about 4 or 5 years without even doing a single green screen video. And you don't need to do it. It does help. But when you're starting out, the most important thing is you're just producing some sort of video that communicates what's inside your product and sells. If you don't do green screen, I highly recommend using Camtasia Video Motion Pro for the sole reason of being able to demonstrate what's inside your product and show people exactly what they're getting. And that'll really help conversions and increase the amount of sales you make.
Video is key. Obviously, having bought the software, we hope you use video. We mentioned it earlier in an interview leading up to this, how if you had 2 sales pages, one with video, one without, what would you likely buy off? And we mentioned it before with Coney 2012. It was just the sales page. Would have you bought it? No, probably not. You wouldn't read it. So video speaks volumes. So, and then also go through all the training, guys. Go through all the training, read through it, get familiar with everything to give yourself the confidence. It's not as daunting as you think, especially once you got more knowledge and realizing how easy it is to make a video to capture the audience.
Cool. Then finally, define what your traffic source is. If your traffic source is affiliates, if it's JVs, then that is your traffic source. That's what you should be focusing on. If it's not JVs, and it's instead. If it's not JVs and it's if it's paid traffic like Facebook or something like that, then you can use that. Just make sure that you get really good at doing that. One of the easiest ways when you're first starting out is to build your own list, either through promoting reports. Sam will go through a strategy that he used tomorrow about how he actually got a number of leads that made him probably hundreds of dollars, if not over $1,000 in the last couple of weeks, from people downloading a report of his, and he'll be showing you how he did that. And if you want to be able to get traffic, there are a number of different ways. Affiliates is just one of them, but it can be the most easy one when you're starting out. So then find and identify people in the marketplace, like Sam and I, who do have a subscriber list. Share our product with, share your product with us, or if it's a different market like fitness or something else, share the product with people in your audience that do have a subscriber list and see if you can get them to promote. If they like your product, chances are they will promote it, and that's the most important thing. The product is the most important thing when it comes to that. But a good video sales letter does help.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to reach out. As Sam mentioned, I had a guy the other day just reach out and show me his product. He saw Video Sales Blueprint and thought, man, my product is so similar to this. Let's have this guy look at it, and it's actually such a nice product. I'm considering promoting it at some stage. I'm working with him, giving him a few tips, and it is just some guy out of the blue on Facebook. But at the end of the day, he wasn't afraid to show me in depth what he's doing and talk to me. And sometimes we can get a bit busy and you miss messages, but he's persistent as well. So yeah, build those relationships. We'll go into that a lot more tomorrow as well.
And if you're creating your own products, remember to put them into a database. The biggest thing if you're selling a product is making sure that you are putting your customers into a database so you can engage them later on. You need to be building a list. It's the most important thing in this business, to be building a list consistently. And if you're not consistently building a list, then it means that you're missing out and putting a lot of money on the table. My first list was built without a product being sold. I gave away a product on the Warrior Forum. I had 3,000 downloads, generated over 1,000 leads off that product, and that encouraged me to launch my first product, which made $600 its first day. So, you can get leads freely from places like the Warrior Forum and other places, or if you're selling, make sure you put them in a database through a specific list and then email them. It makes such a big impact doing that, and it'll help you make more money, especially if you're starting out when every dollar counts. Awesome. And then finally, email your list and check your PayPal account. That's the final thing. Make sure that you're thinking about what your list needs, what they want, engaging them in the right type of way, making sure that they understand what it is that they need. So you're understanding what they need, and then check your PayPal account and see the money rolling in, hopefully. But if it doesn't happen immediately, keep at it, keep consistent, because it will eventually start happening for you. You need to make sure that if you choose a method that other people are making money with, then stay consistent with it. There's no reason why you can't do the same. You just need to do the same consistent actions over and over again, and it will lead you to success. We've revealed on this call so far a simple system for doing this. This is the exact system we use. There's the exact softwares we use. This is opening up our business and showing you our business and how our business works. And what you've seen is what we do. So there's no excuses to not do this yourself. Anything to add, Sam?
Yeah, no, you mentioned it there. Email your list, but then also see how it's going. Don't be discouraged. Some of my first promos I had, things started off well. You see a couple of $100 come in, you're all excited, and then one day it just happens. You have the one promotion, $20 comes in. You might have nothing come in, but don't be discouraged. If anything, learn from it. We'll cover that again in more depth tomorrow. Some of my journey is just sometimes you can get a bit carried away and lose that core, what you should be doing, and learn from it, and don't be discouraged. Keep going and build a consistent brand and a consistent product to your subscribers. Know it's you, know what you're doing, and yeah, hopefully you see the results in your PayPal account as it comes in. And when you start taking small steps again, which we're going to cover tomorrow, things just start to slowly build up, but when you look back, you start to realize how far you've come. So yeah, Sam's given away a lot of things here. It's quite great just revisiting it all to see how we've applied these and sharing it with you guys right now.
And what you're finding today is that this is the base of what you need to be developing. It's really important that you build your base and build the basic skills. So we've gone over today the basic skills, so it can set us up for tomorrow, which is going to be a webinar fully dedicated to actioning these skills, applying them to actually make money through different websites, different products. We'll be taking you through promotions, how Sam got started from the stage where he was making no money to making thousands of dollars. His first launch made $25,000. We'll be showing you how we incorporate all of the stuff that we've discussed today into a method for doing just that. So I hope you're excited.
Yeah. And so, Sam's tomorrow's going to be really exciting. As you saw, we touched about creating a product on here. So be sure to get amongst it tomorrow, because I'm going to tell you exactly about that first product, my first launch, which was a product really I didn't create myself. So there's going to be a few secrets there, guys. So jump on, and we'll show you exactly how you can use some of what I learned to apply. So so Sam.
Cool. Do we have any questions? Anyone has any questions as we close off this webinar today? There will be a replay for this webinar. It'll be emailed out to you most likely tomorrow morning your time. So do make sure that you plug into that. Is there any more questions anyone has, or anything that we can help you with that will help you for tomorrow or help you in your business immediately as we're here? We're here to help, so do make sure that you ask any question that's on your mind right now. And Sam, give us a wee preview of some of the content that's going to go on tomorrow as we look at some of the questions that are coming in.
Yeah, so as mentioned, tomorrow's webinar is basically going to take you through my journey, how I started. 6 months ago, I was working a full-time job. I'd had various businesses that had gone through troubles here and there, and I was back to working for the man, so to speak. And I can have just seen a lot of the feedback we've had so far. How many of you guys out there want that freedom to run your own business online, make money online, become financially independent? I'm gonna take you through my journey as to how I started in the online business, how I built the relationships with the right people in the business, and how you can too, and some of the tools and things I've used. We've touched earlier on about getting leads. Where do you find the people? How do you build a list? I'm going to show you exactly how I did that, and some of the ways I've applied it, and also combined what I did online and got out of working full time. I mean, balancing time can be hard, so I'm going to take you through exactly how we did that. Built up an online business to the point where now, my first launched at over $25,000. Yeah, and now I'm living in, living overseas. Can do, dictate my own day, dictate my own workflow, and have the financial freedom to run my own business effectively. And a lot of that is skills I'd love to pass on to you guys. I'm very passionate about helping new people online, having been there myself, and being able to relate to what you guys are going through. So keep firing in those questions, guys, and we'll get answering those. So let's have a look here. So we've got. So here's a question for you, Sam. Joyce has come on and asked, does a green screen have to be a particular shade of green, or will any medium solid shade of green do?
Good question. So first of all, it depends on the software you use. If you're using Camtasia, then it does help to use a brighter style of green. You can adjust the settings to fit no matter what happens, but you just want to make sure that your lighting is consistent. That's the most important thing. The green color isn't as important as the consistency of light. If the light is consistent, it's easy to adjust the background how you want, but if the lighting is inconsistent, then it's very difficult.
Yeah, and we go into it in the training videos as well, how to delete the background color too. So have a look through the training videos, Joyce. I think even some of the other resources I've seen online show you how to delete white backgrounds and things with the color dropper tool, depending on which software you're using. So really good question, because I did wonder that as well when I used to see green screen in action.
Awesome. Now, what else? Do you have any more questions that you can see here right now?
What is the best size and quality resolution to record the video? So a lot of it you can change in post-production in the software, which we usually do. You can change the screen resolution, the canvas size to be the widescreen size to fit for YouTube. You can change whether it's going to be for 1080p or 720 or things like that. So we usually use the widescreen format. What are the dimensions there? Do you remember?
It's 720 by 390, I believe we convert in.
Yeah.
It's the YouTube conversion option. I think that Video Motion Pro and Camtasia will have a YouTube recommended, and that's the resolution we choose, just because we put out and host our videos on YouTube.
So that was a really good question there. Again, keep firing them through. Okay.
All right. Any more questions that we have here?
Someone's asked. Yeah, okay. So guys, just making our way through the questions here to just see exactly.
Cool. Can you speak about any legal issues we should know about? Now, as long as you're not using anyone else's content that you shouldn't be using, you won't have any problems. So basically just use content like our, the graphics that we created, that were created from scratch, that you have the rights to. Don't use anything that you would not have the rights to.
Yeah, especially if you're doing it for commercial gain, finding images, things off YouTube. If that person catches up with you, you are going to end up in a world of trouble. So I wouldn't recommend that. And again, this is why we created Video Sales Blueprint with the training and a whole bunch of assets you can use, because as we've mentioned before, to get the right licensing and knowing you've got a product you can use, it can cost you thousands of dollars. I've spent thousands of dollars myself on past businesses getting image assets, so just to not run into any legal problems around the world. So everything you get within Video Sales Blueprint, you can be assured that it was created from scratch and good for you to go. So that's why we've done that.
Cool. Now, a question here, have you used new LED light bulbs for your lighting? Now, I'm assuming that you're meaning the swiggle ones, the newer style. Yes, the lights that we currently use, they have 4 of those in each box, lighting box that we have. So yes, we actually do use those right now. How can you tell if YouTube video is copyrighted? Now, the best thing to do is to actually get permission from the YouTube video creator if you're going to use one of their videos. I believe there's some rules around that. That's the best way of doing it. Sometimes YouTube videos do have a copyright notice on them, but in my experience, the best thing to do is actually to go out and ask that creator of the video if you have permission to use it for a particular purpose.
Yeah, especially like if in doubt, just ask or assume that you can't use it. The worst thing you could do, we talked about the legal issues before, is don't just assume it's okay, it's out in the public domain, I can use that. Not always the case. I've heard of cases where, it happens all the time. Even knowing that the source that you bought from is legitimate. We had a legal case in New Zealand where we're from recently, where a political party bought some music through a source that didn't have the rights to sell it, and it ended up in court and is going to end up costing a lot of money. So yeah, definitely you want to make sure you do your homework and use trusted sources. So keep those questions coming in, guys. These are good. This is some of the things that haven't come across.
Cool. Any more questions come in? Yep, can see a couple more. But there is a creative content license videos in YouTube. There was even a webinar with special software to find those kinds of videos for further use. Cool. If that's the case, then I'm sure that's correct. I tend to stay away from anything, that's other people's content. I like to use my own content. That's why I create my own videos. But you can do that, I'm sure. I'm sure if there is a creative license, content license, then I don't think there'll be any problems.
And as mentioned before, again, there is no harm in asking. Just ask and make sure it's okay. You can never be too sure. I mean, for the sake of just quickly asking and being sure it's legitimate, it can save you a world of trouble down the track. Yeah.
Now,
so
just to confirm, we're talking about actually using YouTube videos in your sales videos or in your actual videos. Now, if you're actually curating those videos or embedding other people's videos on your websites, that's a different story. That's curation. There's no problem with curation. YouTube allows that. So obviously it's set up to allow that. So you are allowed to curate content. Just be careful when you actually take a video, edit in and change that video to something that's suddenly yours, and then re-upload it. Just be careful when doing that.
Yeah, some really good questions.
What types of studio lights should I use? We use 2 box lights, 2 big box, I think they're called box lights.
Yeah, box lights, yeah.
Yeah, 2 big boxes. You can grab them off Amazon for I think about $150, and they will do your lighting needs. They'll do everything you'll need for a green screen, and there are specific lights that you could use which would be maybe a bit better for green screen, but those are the cheapest solution out there and they're effective. It's what we use, so it's probably what is best that we recommend.
Yeah, and again, you don't have to go all over. You don't need the boom light above and all of that. We were playing around with lights last night. We were playing around with lighting with some of the, we were using it we were just filming inside the video Sam pulled up as an example earlier on. We had a lamp and some downlights in the roof to create lighting effects, so you don't have to go all out with the reflectors and all the things you see on the behind the scenes parts of movie DVDs. Yeah, you just we use a couple of box lights in front of the green screen. Have a look at the walk through our green screen studio video in the training members area of Video Sales Blueprint, and we can show you that what we do there. And yeah, the studio lights like ours have the LED fluorescent type energy saver bulbs in them now. Seems to be the only light bulb you can buy nowadays, as opposed to the old filament type. A really bright light bulb, and there are box lights that you can get with hundreds of individual LEDs on them as well, which we saw in a camera shop the other day, which looked really nice, and yeah, would be a really reliable fit as well. So good question, Randy. Thanks for that. And so yeah, keep firing those questions through. We're here to help and share what we've seen and known in the video, and anything specific you've seen in the webinar. Yeah, and want clarification on a few things, send it through, guys, and we'll be happy to answer that. And has anyone got any questions on like cameras and things as well? I mean, what sort of gear are you using? Do you have any doubts on what you can use? Because someone asked before about how do you record video backgrounds. Yeah, I mean, you can get professionals to do it, and also, believe it or not, I've done them for myself just off a phone, without even a tripod, just resting on a steady surface. So if you do have any doubts, what type of, so Randy's come back and asked what type of video camera do we use? So what's our weapon of choice there, Sam?
It's the Canon EOS 5D. So Canon EOS 5D.
Yeah, and so that's it's a recent addition to the armory here, I guess you could say. In Thailand, you only bought that just recently, did you, Sam?
Yeah, just over in a recent trip, picked up this, and it's been very good camera. Really, it's got some really good shots, and very easy to do videos with. And if you have the right lens, it can look really cool.
Cool. And we've had another question come through about what size of video would you usually put on a website for a landing page or a sales page. So am I just assuming here quickly that you're talking about the size of the video, how it sits in proportion to the page, do you think?
Yeah, usually it's 790 by 720 by 390 is the average amount. Sometimes we would use 810 by 420. But usually, yeah, it's 720 by 390.
Yeah, so it's not too big. It's you can easily put other bits of content around it, like the checkboxes on the landing page we discussed. You have the bullet points. You can have them next to the video, so people can follow the video and see the points of difference right there in the text. And if your video is calling to action as well, if it is the right size, it's easy to put little buttons and things underneath it. Buy here, sign up here, things like that as well. So that's a very good question. So thanks for sending that through. So keep firing through the questions, guys. Do you have any questions? Does anyone out there not have any video editing software at present? Are you sort of wondering, where do I start? Some of it can. It can be up to $100, $200 to buy some of the video editing software. Is any of you guys out there not have any video software and wondering where to start with that? Cool. So so we've had things come through, because I was just going to say how I got started with video too as well with the software. I actually got started with a free trial. I made sure I started harnessing video straight away to boost my income. The license to buy the software I was using was $99, and instead of dipping into my own pocket, I made sure the videos I was making made that money to pay for itself. So I downloaded the free trial. You got 30 days worth of free trial, and in that portion I started making the slideshow videos and used the earnings from that to be able to buy my first video editing software. So there are a few people with software already. So if you were just getting started, And we've got a question here. Cool. So, so here's one for you, Sam. What do you do to make a video HD, high definition? Is this in the recording process or the rendering process?
Cool. So it's quite an easy process, really. You need obviously an HD camera. You need something that can record in HD. This our Canon camera, the EOS 5D, that records automatically in HD, and then it's about the conversion process. So how are you converting the video? And it comes down to, are you converting in an HD format? And if you're converting in an HD format, which Camtasia actually allows you to convert in, it's a setting, then it will show as an HD video. If it's high quality and it's converted in another format, occasionally, that will work as an HD video, but most of the time it won't unless you convert it in a particular format through Camtasia or another device that you're using to get that conversion. It's all about how you convert it at the end, the post-production. That's what makes it HD, but obviously you do need a quality take on a camera for it to be high HD in the first place. So it just depends what you're using with, what tools you're using. I wouldn't worry about it at the moment. We don't really use much HD stuff. It's not a big deal for us. We don't use much HD at all. So, but down the track, if you did want to create a really quality presentation, it's just in the way you convert it and the video that you take from a camera.
And that almost goes on about before when we're talking about the size of the video on the sales or the landing page. When it's not going to be taking up a full screen, 50 inches of TV screen, HD isn't as critical as you think. A lot of cameras these days have the ability to record HD, even phones and things like that. But I guess it's a preference thing at this stage. It's not critical to your success unless you are trying to sell high definition products or things over the video. So keep the questions flowing in. We've had another one come in. Can you put the name in the chat box? Were you referring to the name of the camera? Drop us a question. We'll be able to put that in the chat box for you, or the name of the software we were using, the free trial, or whatever we were talking about that you
Camtasia's the one. Camtasia's got a free trial. I'd recommend, as you said before, doing that. Do the videos that are in the membership sites but are hosted on YouTube, is the video set to public in YouTube or what? Yes, it's if the videos are in the members area, depending on what kind of we actually used Amazon to host those videos, so they're not actually on YouTube, they're on Amazon. Our videos that are on YouTube are set to public, like our sales video, but the members, the videos in the members area are actually hosted through Amazon, and we used Optimized Press's system to put those videos as they show. Awesome. All right. Well, if there's no more questions, we'll maybe take a couple more, and then we'll round up this webinar so we're nice and fresh for tomorrow and ready to come back for the second portion of this live workshop presentation. So let us know if there's any more questions. Otherwise, we'll round up this webinar, and look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow morning. So let us know. Cool. Here we are. What type of teleprompter should I use? Randy, we just broke our teleprompter, so we're not the right persons to people to ask because we're struggling to find another one.
What a story.
So that's probably the best thing. Your best bet is to go on Amazon and find a teleprompter there. I've found Amazon teleprompters to be good in the past, so I'd probably go on there and have a look for one there.
Yeah, and here's a little tip. If you do buy a teleprompter and you broke it, the just generic glass doesn't work. You need a special tinted type of glass. We were all excited. We got it fixed. We got the man up the road to sort us some glass, and no, it didn't work. So so there's a tip for you. Don't break the glass. If you do, don't replace it with normal glass. And I guess maybe the moral of the story is don't use your teleprompter as a tripod.
Don't take it outdoors.
Don't take it outdoors. Teleprompter, stay in the studio. We were trying to get a bit too creative, so don't take it outdoors and things like that. So a lot of them you can find online. Have a look on Amazon and things, and and what we do as well with the teleprompter, we use an iPad. We use an iPad. We've got a teleprompter software. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's just called Teleprompter actually.
Yeah.
It's about $8 on the iTunes store. I'm sure if you have a Samsung, the Sony tablet, it'll be on the Android store as well. So have a look. We use an iPad, and you can edit the content and play it and space it there. Maybe have a play around. Again, it's one of those things where it's a case of jumping in and doing it with Teleprompter, just expanding on it as well with Teleprompter. Just do a few practice runs as well. We find getting the speed right for what you're trying to say can be a little tricky, and you do have to space out and format your text well to create a flowing sales script. So there we have it. Yeah, Teleprompter, iPad, or any tablet really with the right software makes it good. So yeah, any more questions on how we produce these videos or anything about the video sales blueprint you may have, fire them through.
All right, well, it appears like there's not too many questions coming through, so we'll close up the webinar for tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow. So make sure that you look out for an email coming from us and be here at 9 a.m. You can register through the same link that you did through the email that we sent you out in a few hours or a few hours ago, and make sure that you're on here as well. So final question, any thoughts on how to get a teleprompter cheap? Well, there's some demonstrations online about how to create a free teleprompter, about how you can make a homemade one. That's a good way of getting one cheap. But Amazon is the best that I've found. I haven't found any teleprompters cheaper than Amazon. $60 US, I believe I bought one for, and that's what I would recommend when it comes to teleprompters.
Yeah, sometimes you go through a world of trouble trying to create them yourself on the cheap. So for the sake of $60, probably is just as good to buy one. We did sort of explore that road, creating your own one after we broke ours and needed one that afternoon. And it's actually not as easy as it looks to create your own teleprompter. So
not at all.
So there will be ways to do it. So and we've just got another one about the document. Anyone else having issues opening the Word document that we've sent out as your resources? Let me know. We'll hopefully get it converted and emailed out to you, so you can see it. So we'll get that sorted for you. So thanks for the questions, guys. As Sam mentioned, tomorrow we've got the next webinar. It's going to be all about me and my journey to where I am today, marketing wise, and how I got there. I've mentioned it earlier on in this webinar, some of the things we're going to be covering. So I'm really excited to share this with you, especially we saw a few comments come through earlier on in the webinar. A lot of you are wanting to get into online marketing and sell products online just like we do. So I'm really excited to share my story with you and hopefully give you pointers, tips, and everything you need to give you the confidence to replicate what I've done. So yeah, thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, that concludes today's webinar. So thank you everyone for coming to this call, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We'll see you later.
See you guys.